Hello students, I am Avdesh Tiwari and I am going to teach you mathematics, cubes and cube roots. That's the fourth chapter of class 8 and this is the first and last class of cubes and cube roots. Because this is a very small chapter of your syllabus, so we will complete that chapter in one class. So let's start from the definition of cube and cube roots. Firstly, we will discuss about the cube. So the definition of the cubes is that if any number is multiplied by itself in 3 times, then the product of the number known as the cube. I repeat again, if any number multiplied by itself in 3 times, then the product of the number known as the cube. Suppose x is a number and x is multiplied by itself in 3 times, then the product of the multiplication known as the cube. X is a number and x to the power 3 is the product of the multiplication of 3 times of x. So the x to the power 3 known as the cubes of x. That's the definition of cube. For example, if we multiply 2 by itself in 3 times, then the product will be 8, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So 8 is the cube of the cube. We will take some more example. Suppose 5 into 5 into 5. So we will get 125. So 125 is the cube of 5. We can write 125 like that. Same, we can write the 8 like that. That's the definition of cube. Now we are discussing about the cube roots. So the definition of the cube roots is that if any number divided by the another number and we will get the square of the divisor as the quotient, then the divisor will be the cube roots of the dividend. I repeat again with example. First listen. If we divide a number with another number and we will get the square of the divisor as the quotient, then the divisor will be the cube roots of the dividend. For example, if we write here 27 and 27 is divided by 3. In here 3 is the divisor, 27 is the dividend and 9 is the quotient. Then here we will get the square of the divisor as the quotient. 9 is the square of 3. 9 is the square of 3. So we will get 9 as the quotient. 9 is the square of divisor. So here divisor is the cube roots of the dividend. If any number divided by the another number and if we get the quotient square of the divisor, then the divisor will be the cube roots of the number. We will take one more example. If we divided here 8 by 2, so we will get 4 and 4 is the square of 2. So we will get the square of divisor as the quotient in here. So 2 will be the cube roots of A. So that's the definition of cube roots. Now we will discuss about the method of finding the cube and cube roots. So there are mainly two methods for finding the cubes. First one is direct method and second is column method. Direct method is very simple, just like the multiplication, and we have already discussed about the direct method in previous chapter, square and square roots. If we want the find the cube of any number by using the direct method, then simply we can multiply the number itself in 3 times. Suppose we want to get the cube of 6, then we will multiply the 6 in 3 times. So we will get 216. So that's the cube of 6, and that's the direct method for finding the cube. We will take one more example. If we want to take the cube of 4, then we will multiply the 4 in 3 times. Simply we will multiply the 4 in 3 times, so we will get 64. So 64 is the cube of 4. That's the direct method. Now we will discuss about the column method. So look at here very carefully, because column method is different from the direct method. However, we already discussed the column method as well in previous chapter, square and square root, but the column method for finding the square and the column method for finding the cubes are different. So the drawback of the column method is that we can take the cube with the help of column method, but we can take the cube only those number which is have the 2 digits. If the number have more than 2 digits, then we can't take the cubes with the help of column method. So column method, let us start the column method. Suppose we want to take the square of 12 with the help of column method. So we will divide our number in 2 parts, A and B. First part will be A and the second part will be B. After then, calculate the A square, 3A square B, 3AB square, A cube, 3A square B, 3AB square, and then B cube. Firstly, we will find out that value. Here the value of A is 1 and the value of B is 2. So firstly we will find out the A cube. So 1 into 1 into 1, so the value of A cube is 1. Then 3A square B, 3A square means 1 square, 1 into 1, and B, the value of B is 2, so we will get 3 to the 6. Then 3AB square, 3, the value of A is 1 and the b square, the value of b is 2, so 2 into 2, we will get 3 to the 6 to the 12. Okay, after then b cube, so value of b is 2, b cube means 2 into 2 into 2, so we will get 8. After finding the value of these numbers, we will put the value on the column. We will make the 4 column in here. In first column we will take a cube, and the second column we will take 3a square b, and the third column we will take 3ab square, and in the fourth column we will have b cube. After then we will put the value of a cube in first column, so the value of a cube is 1, and then the value of 3a square b is 6, and the value of 3ab square is 12, and then the value of b cube is 8. And here we will have only one digit, so we will underline that. And here we have 2 digits, so we will underline the first digit, and second digit we will shift as a carry in the next column. The carry is 1. This will be 7. And here we only have one digit, so we will underline that. After then in fourth column we will also have the one digit, so we will underline that. After then we will take those number which is underlined. So here from the first column we will have 1, and the second column we will have 7, and third column we will have 2, and the fourth column we will have 8. So the cube of the 12 will be 1728. So that will be the answer. I hope you all understand properly how can we calculate the cubes by using the column method. Now we will take one more example for the column method. Suppose we want to take the cube of 25. We want to take the cube of 25. So now here the value of a is 2 and the value of b is 5. Now the value of a cube will be the value of here the value of a is 2 and the value of b is 5. Now firstly we will calculate a cube. So a cube means we will multiply the value of a in 3 times. We will get 8. After then 3a square b. So 3a square is 2 into 2 because value of a is 2. Then b. The value of b is 5. 5 3 is 15 to the 30 to the 60. So the value of 3a square b will be 60. After then we will calculate the value of 3ab square. So 3, the value of a is 2 and the value of b is 5. So we will multiply the 5 in 2 times, because here we have b square. The total value will be 3 to the 6 5 is 30, 35 is 150. After that we will calculate the value b cube. So here the value of b is 5, so we will multiply the 5 in 3 times. So we will get 5 5 ja 25 and then 25 5 ja 125. Okay. So after that we will put this value in the column. So the value of AQ is 8 and the value of 3a square b is 60 and the value of 3a b square is 150 and the value of BQ is 125. Now here we will have 3 digits, so we will underline only first digit and remaining digit we will shift the next column as the carry. So here 12 will be the carry. We will add the 12 in the next column, so we will get 162. Here we will underline the first digit and remaining digit we will transfer as the carry on the next row. So here 16 will be the carry, so we will add the 16 in next row as the carry, so we will get 76. And here we will underline the first digit, that's the 6, and transfer the second digit as the carry in the next row. So here 7 is the second digit, so we will shift the 7 as the carry in next column. Then we will take the whole digit of first column, that's the 15. After that we will take the those digits which is underlined. So in the second column the underlined digit is 6 and the third column the underlined digit is 2 and in the last column the underlined digit is 5. So 15,625 will be the answer. So the cube of 25 will be 15,625. That will be the answer. So that's the method. That's the column method for finding the cubes of the number. So I hope you all understand properly how can we calculate the cubes of the number by using the column method. Now we will discuss about the cube roots of the number. How can we find the cube roots of the number? We have only one method for finding the cube roots of a number. That's the prime factor method. We have only one method for finding the cube roots of a number. I think you all know about the prime factor method because we have already discussed about the prime factor method in previous chapter. That's the square and square roots. Now we will discuss again the prime factor method for finding the cube roots of the number. Suppose we will take one example. If we want to take the cube roots of 64, then we will get the prime factor of 64. So everyone know how can we get the prime factor of 64. Firstly we will divide the 64 by 2, we will get 32. After then again we will divide by 2, so we will get 16. After then again 2, so we will get 8. After then 2, so we will get 4, and after then 2 and then 1. So 64 under cube. That's the symbol of the cube roots. It is something different from the symbol of a square. In a square the inner portion is blank, but in the cube roots we have the value 3 in the inner portion of the root sign. So that's the symbol of cube roots. Here we will write the prime factor. In here we will make the pair of 3 numbers, 1, 2 and 3. After then 1, 2, 3. So we will have 2 pairs of 2 numbers of 2. Remember, in here we will make the pair of 3 numbers, not 2. In the situation of a square we will make the pair of 2 numbers, but in here we will make the pair of 3 numbers. Two from this pair and 2 from this pair. We will take 1 number from each pair. Two to the 4. So 4 is the cube roots of the 64. That's the method for finding the cube roots of the number. We will take one more example so it will be more clear. Suppose we want to take the cube roots of 729. So firstly we will take the prime factor of 729. 729 have 9 as the last digit, so it will not divide by the 2. 729 divided by the 3. 3 to the 6, 3 4 to 12 and 3 3 the 9. Then again we will divide by 3, so we will get 81. Then 3, so we will get 27. Then 3, so we will get 9. Then 3, so we will get 3, and then 3 1 the 3. So these are the prime factor of 729. Now that's the symbol of cube root, and then we will put the value of prime factor in here. After then we will make the pair of 3 numbers. So in here we have 2 pairs of 3. After then we will carry out the 1 number from each pair. We will take 3 from first pair and 3 from the second pair. So we will have 9. 9 is the cube roots of 729. So that's the method for finding the cube roots of a number. We have only one method for finding the cube roots of the number, that's the prime factor method. So that's the description of chapter 4, cube and cube roots. In next class we will discuss about the fifth chapter. Thank you.